Alrighty then. Oh man. Alright, we are here. We are streaming today. Here's my 5-minute intro here. Let me close my stuff. All right, today is another day. It's a Saturday. It is, what is it, August 21st for me, living out in the East Coast, 5:35 p.m. The weather's good. We have a weather warning for like some sort of hurricane and or tropical storm that's coming in. So tomorrow it's going to be a little rainy. I'm not looking forward to that, but you know, 'tis life. So we're here today. I had a lot of work I had to do for my other gigs and my other jobs. So today I'm a real relaxed. I want to relax today. I want to just hang out. You know, I don't want to do anything strenuous on the mind. I don't want to figure out too many big problems. Kind of just want to make a artwork, you know what I'm saying? Like make a thing and make it good. So that's that. Music is going. I got like 2 fans going. Trying to like stay cool here. My computer gets so hot. I think it probably needs to be ventilated better, but you know, what are we gonna do about that, right? Get better ventilation, obviously. So let me finish checking my emails here. What's up, Bird? Good to see you on another Saturday. Hanging, how you doing? How do you feel? What is on your itinerary? Hopefully the delay is short. I put the delay to be ultra low. Ultra. So it should be like, I don't know, like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Probably be like 10 seconds. So all right, let me make sure my screencast keys are on. We got the screencast keys. Doing all right watching my friend's cat. He's a big old friendly floof. That's awesome. I love me some cats. I have a cat. I've owned a dog way when I was a kid, but cats are probably my favorite. I love how different and touchy they can be. There's something fun about it. And the claws, you know, the claws, it's kind of like, you know, they have a way to fight back a little bit, but like not aggressively. But I don't know. I like cats. That's awesome. What type of cat? I actually had to look up how many breeds of cat there were, because I thought there were like 5, but apparently there's way more than that. I'm like tabby cat, short-haired cat, long-haired cat, calico, tuxedo, and you know, and all those cool like different breeds where you crossbreed them with like wild cats. Maine Coon, big orange Maine Coon sort of cat. That's awesome. Oh man, big boy. My only issue with sometimes with like long-haired cats, I used to have a long-haired cat, like real long hair. Just how that hair gets everywhere, man. I'll be drinking some water. I'm like, there's like a couple of hairs in there, or you know, just sitting on the couch and you see a tumbleweed of hair just like tumbling by. Definitely you can deal with it, but that's the only thing that always it's a caveat to having a big old cat. It does. My black t-shirts aren't black. Agreed. Oh, and then you get like those rollers, right? Like the sticky ones, and you're like ripping off the sticky stuff, and you're buying a bunch of those, or you're buying like some special brush to like brush them off. And at some point you stop caring, but then people like to bring it out. They're like, you have a lot of hair in your shirt. And you just want to be like, you have a lot of hair on your face, you know. Nobody's complaining. Yes. Go for cats. Alrighty then. Alright. Anyway, so today I like using the blue Nitril gloves. That sort of gets staticky and get the fur. Yes, I think I've tried that before too. It works. I think it works pretty well. It's less waste. I don't know. I'm very waste conscious. I try to buy reusable stuff, so getting some gloves. Even though the gloves, you know, I know they come like in a pack of 100, but I feel like you can get some more use out of them. I just looked up that word. Am I saying that right? Nitril. Nitril. All right. Okay. So today we're going to be relaxing and making some art. We'll make some art. By art, I just mean like some abstract. What I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be getting shapes like circles and cubes. We're gonna use some gradients. I love gradients. I know gradients fell out of style, or at least in like UI design and stuff. Like, I remember like iPhones had like tons of gradients on their icons. Gradients everywhere. Gradients up the wazoo, you know. And then all the icons started getting that flat color, minimalism, small. A lot of people get upset because it like takes away the I don't know what they say, like the feeling. Like I know the Discord logo changed. It did some minimalism there. Change the colors, make them flat. No gradients everywhere. But we're gonna be just working with we're gonna be working with some shapes, guys. We're gonna be working with some shapes. So let's just do that. I'm gonna settle in and put my camera in the right place here. Let's just put it right on the grid. So we got our camera here. We'll put it on the x-axis there. We'll make sure this is in rendered mode, and it is gray. And we're first gonna figure out what our shapes should be. You know what I mean? There's some different ways to figure out some of this shape language. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm a professional shape speaker. I'm not a shape linguist, but I do speak a little cuboid. So let's do that. Let's get that shape language down. I'm gonna set up my camera. We're doing good. We'll go into rendered mode. I like it. You can see this is gray, but that's just because you can't see the light hitting it. See, there's the cube. There's a cube. So let's organize some of this stuff. Let's put the cube into its own collection. We'll just click we'll name it sketch. Like, that's sketchy, bro. It's so sketch. You know, nowadays sketch is like what? Like suspicious, scary? I'm with the kids. I'm here. I'm hippity doo dah day. That was definitely not hip at all. I take it all back. Sorry. I'm not cool. Please teach me Teach me how to TikTok. Okay, so we're gonna bring this down. And we're gonna set up our scene. I don't like these words in the top left, so we'll just take it off, and we'll take off the grid, and we'll take off the extras. The extras, actually, I should leave on because they're the lights and stuff. So we'll leave extras. Relationship lines, bow, motion paths. We'll leave origins. We'll take off the grid floor because sometimes it's annoying. So we're pretty set here. We're pretty set. Let's start off with a nice background gradient, guys. So let's set that up right now. We'll go into the world tab here, but I already have the node or the shader editor open on the left side. So we'll just go to world, and we're gonna set up the background. Obviously, we can set it to a color, right? And that's fun. But let's figure out some different ways to do this. Also, I don't like this window. Let's open it up here. We're just gonna repeat it. There it is. I can't find my nodes because I'm in the object tab. So go to world. There it is. Let's figure out some colors. Let's make sure that in our render tab we go to color management. You know, color management, I go to it so often. So, you know, let's just I'm gonna reorder these panels here. These are like these little dots on the right. I use like color management, so we're gonna put that at the top. Sampling, that's good. We do bloom and ambient occlusion. So bloom, ambient occlusion. Depth of field. I do also do film a lot because I put transparent background sometimes. Let's put that up to the top too. Let's just organize this in a way that makes more sense, right? At least for your workflow. Maybe performance up here too, just so I see it. Performance only has one thing in it: high quality normals. All right, we'll bring it back down. That's all we need it for. Thank you. Performance, I guess, is more important on cycles. Okay, cool. So we are not gonna do transparent background. Bert says, so I gotta ask, have you seen Evangelion 3.0 on Prime? I think that's the one. That's the one studio. That one studio used Blender Grease Pencil line art modifier. Looks pretty slick. I did not know Evangelion 3.0. I have not seen it, and I definitely do want to see it. Let's see. Are you 100% certain they use Blender in it? What is it? Evangelion 3.0. I'm typing it in Google right now. That's why. Blender. Yes, they did. They did. It's right here on the blender.org website. Look at that. I guess the studio's called yeah, you said yeah, it's mentioned on the Blender site. Yes. Look at that. It says simply the project scale got bigger than what was possible with 3ds Max. What a sick burn. Throwing some shade on 3ds Max over here. Pour one for the homies. That's so awesome. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at them use their effects. That is so sick. Do they have like a video? Hold on. Oh, check it out. Definitely check this out, guys. Getting that Blender 3D 2D with the line art modifier, which good for them. For me, that thing runs so slow on my PC. They must have like a really good PC. This is slick. And that's why they started moving the Blender. Look at that. Yep, they threw in some particle and physics sims. That's pretty awesome. That is, I'm gonna watch that this weekend, which is today and tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it today or tomorrow. Thanks for mentioning that. I did not. I've been working. Oh, no, Apple. I've been working so hard on my other gigs. I've not been keeping up with my news, my Blender news. It's what brings me joy, and I'm just not. I've been falling off. This is so great though. I love to see this Evangelion official model in Blender in a language that I can't read, but I know what all those buttons do. That is so awesome. So awesome. Cooperation with Blender Foundation to be a leading user in the Japanese anime industry. Oh man, anyway, I'm gonna read that later. That gives me so much joy. All right. Okay, so yes, so coloring the background. Dark Noggin, sup at the gym, but I have you in my ear. Dark Noggin, thank you for joining the stream at the gym. I think it's it's interesting being in a gym and just listening to just me talk about Blender and getting hyped about it being used in anime and stuff. All right, so we're going to change the background, and I want a gradient to this background. And I've done this thousands of times, but man, do I love just figuring out different ways I can do it. So let's do it. Let's try a different way first. It's probably not gonna be successful here, but we're gonna try a different. We're gonna use a texture. Oh no. If I remember correctly, the sky texture doesn't work in Eevee, right? It does not. It does not. Let's see. If I go to cycles. Yeah, see, in cycles, it's so neat. This sky texture, you can like change the sun and change the settings and stuff. Yeah, so you make it blue. Blender is my new gym inspo. That's so funny. All right, so yeah, so unfortunately, I can't use the thing that I wanted to use. I can't use the sky texture because it only works in cycles. So let's go to Eevee and not use the sky texture. So it didn't work. My idea did not work, guys. But what we can do is use a gradient texture. Hit Control T on the gradient texture, and we can see that the texture on the left side here is going from left to right. Okay. All right. So I see that the gradient is not. It's going left. It's going up and down. It's going the wrong way. So with this mapping, let's rotate it on the. And honestly, I don't even have these memorized. X, Y, Z. I think it's Z. Let's do 90 on the Z. And it's gone. Let's rotate around. It didn't do what I wanted it. It's not the Z. It's probably the X, right? It's not the X either. It's not moving at all. So it's definitely Y, right? There it is. So I did it on the Y. And now we got our gradient correct. You can see it on the left. And then we can move our location to the correct place. The gradient's doing all the heavy lifting here. I love it. So let's just keep on going. Let's line this up so it's all pretty. Let's bring it down on the Z. You know, I always... All right, so it's on the X-axis. Sometimes this stuff does not make sense to me. So there you go. So our bottom is all black. And we got our gradient. And now let's put in a color ramp. All right, so that's Shift A. Color ramp. All right, nothing changed because the gradient is from black to white. Beautiful. So let's change the black to a different color. Boom. Let's do it. Let's do my typical colors, guys. My typical cotton candy colors, and then we'll try and break it. You know, we'll just do some blues, and we'll do some purples. We're gonna change the interpolation here to, let's say, B-spline, and we're just gonna see how these look. See if we can bring this closer. What I usually like to do is have the lighter color up top, but I mean, it doesn't matter. All I'm doing is looking at this cube. Let me rotate it so this makes sense. There we go. All right, so we got our cube, we got our gradient. We're looking dandy. Let's keep on going. Sometimes I like to boost the color. So was it under color management? Let's see. Make sure that your view display is not on Filmic, it's on standard. It gives you a much more vibrant color. Filmic, standard. See, with Filmic, it makes it kind of gray looking, but on standard, boom, look at that color. Look at that juicy, juicy color. Very important. Okay, cool. So we got our gradient going. And for right now, I think it's good. I think it's good. Let me try one experiment with this. What if I added a texture, but I mixed it with my mapping? Let's do a Verone texture. And we're gonna do a vector math. And we're gonna, even though they're not vectors here. Oh no, we got position here. Position. And then we put this in. So that's an interesting effect that's happening here. Let's see if I can put it on the screen here. There we go. So what's neat is that it's making my gradient and breaking it up and giving it a little bit of an interesting shape here. Oh, when you put the random all the way down, it just makes like little lines. That's always fun. We can make the lines real big. We can make the lines real small. And I'm just doing this by adding in the texture to the mapping and adding it. Let's see what happens when you multiply it or something. All right, so same difference. Let's just do add. Add is fine. Or how about cross product? Let's go extreme. Cross products. You guys know cross product. It's that math term in calculus. We all took calculus, right? We all did hypothetical equations of theoretical science. I mean, that's okay. So just hit add. Add is fine. And now let's keep going. Let's see if we did a 4D texture. Would that make a difference? It does not make a difference. How about we change it to smooth? So this is interesting. Looks like the same, except you get some more smoothing. Let me add in some one more different texture. I'm trying to add some fun here. What if we did moose grave, or maybe a magic texture? Let's try both of them. And once again, I know they're not vectors, right? We're doing a vector math here. Evelyn, hello. Good to see you again. As always. The magic texture looks pretty trippy, I have to admit. But it does add some texture to the background, so this could be useful. You know. And if we wanted to you know, animate this, let me add in this this mapping onto the texture we're adding it with, because then from here we could even just like move it and we can have an animated texture going through. So that's nice. That's trippy. Okay. Okay, okay. We had our fun. We had our fun. I'm gonna leave this here for later. I just wanted to see that it was possible, so we'll just leave it here. We'll put this gradient here. We'll put the mapping here. But instead, I'm gonna add a reroute. So I could just pick it off easier. There we go. So we'll go back to our gradient. Keep it simple. Keep it fine. And keep moving. All right, so I think at this point, there's probably some good add-ons for this, right? To like, you know, create some shapes real quickly, kind of like painting them on. I forgot what. If you guys remember any add-ons, please let me know. I remember Spitfire told me about an add-on, and you like draw the shapes, and it makes the shape or the cube or something. It like builds shapes out of you drawing in the space. I thought it was neat, but. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a couple of different shapes in here, and I'm gonna see if I can make something interesting. I'm gonna do it with cubes. And we're just gonna duplicate these cubes. There's also one last thing I want to do. I want to add a texture to this cube. So let's call it cube, and let's go into our texture tab. And let's make it, what if it was metallic? Oh, sorry, the roughness all the way, so it's like super shiny. Put the specular up.
All right, let's bring that beat back.
And I want to add some subtle texture to this, so let's add in a vector bump. Put that bump into the normal here, and then we'll add in a texture into the bump, and that'll simulate like some bumps on it. So where's the texture? Bump. Musgrave. We'll put that into the distance. Or no, the height. The height. My computer like messing up? I can't even. Okay, there we go. Height. It's obviously a little too extreme. So let's make it a lot smaller. There's like this like subtle texture here. So nice. FBM. We'll make it real small. Real tiny. Okay, and then we will put the strength down and just add in a little bit of it. Just a little bit. Just so it has a little texture on there. And let's start now playing with some of these shapes. And I'm gonna do it in the solid mode. So I'm gonna go to solid mode, and I have my rendered here on the left, so I can see what it looks like at all times. So we're gonna go to solid mode. I'm gonna put the matte cap on, and I'm gonna put it onto random. And why I'm doing that is because now every time I duplicate this cube, it changes into a different color. I mean, you can kind of see. I mean, they vary up. So I'm just like duplicating these, using Alt D, so they're all kind of connected here. And we're gonna start playing with some shapes to see if we can get some good shape language here. So let's start by doing that. Also, let's bring back our filters. Make sure they're all here. I hate that these filters aren't just on by default. Make it not selectable. I'm making the camera not selectable, so nothing can change except what's inside here. And there may be a better way of doing this. So let me delete these. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's start making some shapes here. I'm just gonna squish them. I'm gonna fix the rotation. And one thing I want to do is I want to move the origin to the bottom, because when I scale it up, I would like it to scale from the bottom of the cube. So let me just move that. Go to edit mode. Put a period key. Put 3 so we're on face. We'll select the face of the bottom. Shift S, cursor to selected. Get out of edit mode. Set the origin, 3D cursor. Okay, great. So now let's start making some shapes here. And we'll really start building up what we want to do here. So let's scale it up. Rotate. Let's put an array. We'll do it by 1 in the y-axis. Duplicate it a bunch. Our camera can't see that far, so make sure to change your clipping end to, like, I'm gonna put it to 3000. So the more we make of these, the more we can see them. We can continue to see them like that. There we go. We'll move the array a little further. We will go into edit mode. We'll rotate this. I kind of like what's happening here. There we go. Jiraj, good to see ya. How you doing? Just spoke to you, and it's good to see you here. All right, I'm just beveling edges now. Maybe I'll bevel the top edge. So I'm selecting the top, beveling it. I don't like there to be this many. Let's just do 2. All right. Let's get in an orb in here. We'll bring it closer to the camera. I got a lot of negative space on the right side. Let's see if we can, with adding more of these, work. Render almost finished, and I'm too. Nice. So, Jiraj, so when you're saying render's almost finished, that means your movie's done, right? Like your movie's rendered, it's completed, you're turning it in, you're getting a grade. Is that what's happening? Can we all be ecstatic for you? All right, so what I'm thinking about when I'm doing this shape is that I got some like intense detail here. I got some empty space up top here. And then, we'll just add in different shapes, like and we use our imagination. Let's add in a cone. And then make sure to go to the normals mode so that when we see that sharp edge. There you go. Bam. Okay, we'll bring it up. I'm really just filling up some space, trying to get some interesting shapes on here before we keep going here. So I'm gonna make sure this is in all my sketching collection. We'll call it sketch.000. There we go. So we're adding some shapes. There we go. Let's add in a torus. No, what am I doing here? A torus. Shade it. We'll bring it to the back. We'll scale it up. Maybe stretch it. Would I rotate it? Does that make sense? Okay. All right, I'm looking at the point of the triangle. Make it be points like right through it, even though it's in the distance. Now I feel like this is going too busy on the left side there. So let's just bring it down. We'll bring it down to 3. Well, sorta. It is without sound, but I'm calling it done. I mean, there is still a couple smaller glitches and problems, and man, it has got to do for now. Maybe later I'll fix them, but it has to be good enough to present it on my finals. That's awesome. So when will the link be going on the Discord, man? When's that gonna drop so we can see it? And you're gonna get graded on this? Like, you're gonna present it and then get graded? Like, is there still, like, are you anxious about what your grade's gonna be for it? All right, we're adding in a floor. Where we can put all this. And we're gonna extend the floor off into the distance. And extend it to the side. There you go. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there with the shapes, right? So what I'm looking at now, let's see see if I can talk my way through this, or what I'm thinking about. So I'm looking at how the shapes play with each other, and if I like it, I'm probably breaking a lot of rules. Like, example, you know, this is really close to a tangent here. Like, this should probably be separated. It's getting too close to this line and this line lining up. No good, no good. So maybe we'll make these smaller and bring them down. All right, and I feel like it's all going and pointing out into, like, this cube is coming, this pyramid's going down, going through. Maybe our circle can be up top. Oh, now we got some big negative space in the bottom. Okay, okay. Jirash says, yeah, I will make my mark. It will be marked up with my grade, but I couldn't care less about it as long as I pass. I'll upload it someday after the 8th. Oh, sorry, the 26th. That's the day of my finals. Very cool, man. Congratulations. I'm sure you're so happy to be done with that project. I'm sure it's been tough for you, right? All right, so we're filling up the space. We're stretching it, and you know, once, and I'm just gonna fill it up. Cube there. And you know, this is just one way. I have a lot of weird space going on here, right? So that's good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the hierarchy. So select the objects. Can I just duplicate it into a different... Can I duplicate collections? Is that a thing that's easy? Yeah, duplicate collection. Thank you. All right. We'll turn off the first sketch. And now we will rework the looks. And then we're going to pick our favorite one. I'm only going to do 3. And then we'll start building it out. Watch. When you add a little person, a little character in it, you'll see how much this abstract art can start coming to life for no reason. It's almost criminal. Let's reset our pyramid and bring it down. Maybe we're gonna make a sharp image here. We'll take away our array. There. And we'll put in the pyramid there. We'll make it bigger. I'm gonna get my light. I'm gonna actually turn it into a sun lamp and it not be so bright. There you go. By the way, can you tell me the name of the current song? It was tough, but not gonna lie, I think it was worth it. Yes. And the name of the song is up here in the top right, Less Than I Used To by Kino, on the album of Do You Think of Me EP. This all sounds really sad. Less than I used to. Do you think of me? For like a hip hop song. All right, so let's make our next shapes. So maybe this one we will work with something different here. Maybe we'll work with our plane. Go, we'll stretch them out. We'll bring this in. There we go. We'll add in another shape. Let's add in an icosphere, but let's make it like a weird diamond shape like that. Bring it off into the distance. There we go. All right, let's take out this sphere and let's duplicate. Excuse me, guys. I'm sneezing up a storm. Okay. All right, so we're using our triangles here. Cutting off some of the frame. I always love cutting off frames. Cutting off the frames. Like making like some weird V shape like this. Like if we're looking through something, you know? So let's get rid of that one. I like where this cube is at. We'll do something like this. And maybe we'll shrink this. We'll balance this out right here. Maybe this one can go a little up. I think the empty space above it can be closed up a bit. There we go. I like this one. I like this one a lot. I like this composition. I know this looks real silly, guys. Like you'll see what I'm gonna do. All right, so thank you for the bless you. All right, so we got one. We got a second one, which let me rotate these so we could see some gradient here. Oh, you can't see the gradient. Blech. Would we see it if it's rotated? Oh, this is cool. There you go. All right. Pretty cool. All right, we're gonna do one last one, and then we're gonna pick one, and then we're gonna start developing that look, whatever that looks like. So we duplicated the collection, and let's do it again. So I'm gonna erase the triangles. Maybe a motif for this one can be under extras, maybe. Meager sponge, diamond. I love this gem here. We love these gems. We got a gem. We'll grow it out. There we go. Oopsies. Let's get a cube in here. No, let's do cylinder. I have not done a cylinder. Let's move it around. We can rotate it. I kind of like how this can look like, I don't know, like some tube sticking out. Can I scale this on the Z? Oh, yes, I can. So let's duplicate this a couple times. This kind of reminds me of like Mario or something like that. There we go. Maybe this can rotate. Alright, this is a good one too. I think the cylinders are fun, but let's add in a sphere. Alright. Let's rotate these guys. Alright. And maybe we'll get like a, see if adding a pyramid or a triangle is affecting the composition here. Yeah, this is looking all right, you know? I feel like this one has a bias since it has like a diamond in it. I feel like I should put a diamond in the rest of them, right? I guess I could. So if I did like a cursor to selected, and I put the diamond here. Yeah, there we go. There you go. They all have a diamond now. We'll position this in a way that's interesting. Fits the composition maybe. Something like that, maybe. Okay, let's add in a diamond on the second one. Oh yeah, this guy goes in here. Go. All right, and this one, maybe the diamond is this orb here. So let's cursor to selected. We'll erase the orb. And we'll add in the diamond. Or it's a gem. It's really what it's called. Kind of serving the same purpose, just a little bit more interesting. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see if we have some judgments. All right. I'm gonna do a poll in the chat. Let's see if this works. Trying out the polling feature. Which looks more interesting? Sketch 1. Sketch 2. Sketch 3. Alright, let's add that. Let's see how this works. Alright. I think the poll's there. Is the poll showing up? Yes, there it is. Which looks more interesting, guys? So we have 3 sketches, and what we're thinking about is interesting shape language, right? So we have sketch 1. We have sketch 2. So this one, you know, we got the donut, the diamond, these 3 things going on here. What is those 3 things? This diamond on the right corner taking up most of the scene, right? The second one, we got, you know, this what could be a giant building, a giant thing on the left side. We have 2 blocks in the center, a diamond floating on the top right, and oh, this was in the wrong place. There. Okay. I messed up the vote already. So that, yeah, we got 2, which has the diamond in the top right corner, and then we have 3, which has the diamond on the left side. But this one, we have 3 tubes here. Something coming from above, you know, falling through. And we have an orb on the left, guys. So sketch 1, we're gonna go through 3 sketch. Right now we have, how many votes do we have here? We have sketch 3 in the winning. So we'll do it again. Sketch 1 has a donut in the middle. Sketch 2. Lines cuts off on the right and the left, 2 blocks, diamond. Sketch 3. We got some cylinders, some orbs, and some diamonds, and some triangles. All right. So it looks like there's 1 vote. So whoever voted, you got to decide that it was sketch 3. Look at you. So let's do sketch 3. My 1 voter. Who voted out there? Was it you, Jiraj? Did you vote? All right, we're doing sketch 3. All right, let me end this poll. We'll get the results. I think this whole poll thing's pretty interesting. All right, so there's a poll. Boom, 100%. Sketch 3 in the chat there says poll 1 person, you, Jiraj. All right, so we'll do sketch 3, and I can start figuring out with this shape language an interesting image to see. I think it's interesting. We have our subject in the top left, and we can start building through. Okay, so let's start going. So let's add a ground floor, and then we're gonna start building up here. We're gonna add in some lights. Oh my god, I keep selecting the wrong thing. So looking at it from far, you know, this is what the the composition looks like, which is pretty cool. But anyway, let me make the floor, and we can start building this out. Here it is. We'll line up the ground floor to the bottom there, and we will also push it forward and stretch it out so it makes sense. So let's do these 2. Get the line mode, scale it up on the X. Oh my. Scale it up on the X and then bring up this one to the end. All right, cool. For this one in particular, I'm gonna change the material. I'll add in the cube material, but I'm gonna select that little dot there so it makes its own thing. We'll do floor, and I'm gonna put a gradient on the floor because we're gonna gradient the S out of this. Okay. So there we go. We got our color. Let me add the gradient that I was talking about. Easy stuff. Color ramp. We'll change it to the colors that we have here. So let's select this. And select this. Blue. We'll put it in to the base color. But we want it to go one way, so hit Control T. Oh my god. I feel like my computer is just slowing down. Anyway, we're gonna hit convert. We're gonna hit separate X, Y, Z. And we're gonna figure out which one of these it is. There it is. We got a gradient going on, but it looks like it's going from left to right. Let's do Y. It's loading, I think. There it is. There's our gradient. And you can see that texture a little bit more. Let's see if we could... Oops. So you can see that texture a little more. And actually, I don't like that you can see that texture a little more. So let's make the size a lot smaller. 400. Maybe the strength could be less. Maybe it has... It's metallic. Let's see what color it turns when it's metallic. Not metallic. I'm gonna add in screen space reflections and see if it even reflects anything. I guess it doesn't. Oh, there it is. There's our screen space reflections. You can see that it's reflecting the ground, which is kind of cool. Well, not the ground, but the stuff we have. Let's position our stuff here. And let's make our camera, instead of looking dead on, let's make it look like it's looking a little bit downward. So I'm going to move the camera up a little bit and then rotate it on the X. So let's bring out, just so we can do some precise measurements here. On the X, we'll bring it down. Maybe not 90 degrees, right? 90 degrees means it's looking... Oh no, it already is 90 degrees. So we'll do 90 minus 45. So that's what? That's half. Let's see what that looks like. Way too high. How about just 90 minus 15? There we go. Maybe that's what we want. So I'm already liking how this gradient stuff is looking. It's looking juicy. Looking juicy, right? So, 75. We'll do 80 degrees. Also, just to try something out, let's make the camera orthographic. We could change that by the type in the camera. Let's change it to orthographic. And then let's scale it out. See what that looks like. Oh, it's funny because... Yeah, the ground ends there. So let's bring the ground back. That's pretty interesting there, right? Like, if we move the gradient... And what if we flip the gradient too? So click the little arrow, flip the gradient. And let's see what that does for us. Okay. I think the gradient flip looks pretty good. Orthographic looks pretty good, but we're going to change it back. Perspective. I want these objects to look, I think, huge. I think I want them to look huge. So I'm going to use a wide angle. Let's use like 18 millimeter, like super wide. And let's bring the camera up close. So we're going to go into the camera, and I'm just going to adjust it. And also, this stuff is always bothering me. We'll take the gimbal off. We'll take off X, Y. Okay. So let's move it on the X. This is just me figuring out what my placement's going to be. where it matches the original intent that I was trying to do. So let's go down to the ground floor, and let's actually bring the camera back up. All right, this is good. From my, if I remember our original sketch, the diamond was up here, so we're editing on the fly. We're not committed, you know. It was a little bigger. All right. There we go. These tubes looking great. But if I remember, these tubes were a bit closer to our camera. So let's bring out the tube. Let's bring them down. Ferd says, I'm feeling it's like an album cover for an 80s band with that Miami Vice color theme. Yeah, man, I can't get away from these colors. My plan is always I use these colors because I feel comfortable with them, and then I change them later. But what do? I never change them. I never do. I leave them the same. But we're going to change it this time. We're going to break that mold, Ferd. But I like it. I think it's a compliment, though. An 80s cover. All right. I like how this is getting out. We're setting up here. Nice. Renders dresses as render is done and sent. Very good, man. Must be a relief. I know what it's like to have a project that's taken up some time. I had like a project back in film school, man, that was just like never ending. Yeah. And you're in animation school, so I like I said, I understand. All right, we're building up. We're gonna build this up into like a foreground. I think I'm gonna bring this even closer to camera. But what I want to do is I want to make these smaller. So can I make them smaller? Yes, there he is. Fred says, congrats, Jiraj. Yes. Jiraj says, yeah, it feels like a boulder the size of Manhattan just fell off my chest. Thanks, Ferd. Yes. It's always a good feeling. I remember like I said, I remember my film school projects. They were always like so stressful. But I guess that prepares you for like the real world and stuff. All right, so one thing I want to do is I want to erase these. And I'm just going to add an array modifier. We're just going to add it. Array. We're going to set it up to where I want it here, downwards. We're going to look at it from above. See if we can get it real close. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to line up the big pyramid in there. So the descending order of these cylinders kind of line up to it. So we'll do it shorter. Bring it up. All right. There we go. All right, cool. So I think I have my camera set up kind of like how I want it. I like this like pink gradient line it's making there on the horizon. Very neat stuff. All right, so in classic 80s fashion, I'm gonna put in a person just standing here. Then we're gonna start building around that. Okay. So let's use my kit ops. I have this thing where I can just add a scientist or a medic here, and for some reason, girls in bikinis. So let's add in some story here, huh? Let's a very limited selection here. I should have bought more. Let's add the sitting guy. Insert. This guy just sitting upside down. All right, what if I added him to this? Let's see, insert. It's so funny adding him here. Okay. Because who doesn't like some girls in bikini? Exactly. All right, so let's move this guy. I thought it would be funny for him to sit like on here. Let's see if I can get him to line up. Like this guy's just like on his cell phone, sitting up here in like death-defying height. Okay, so what's happening here for me is his head's, there you go. His head was colliding with this square here, or this triangle here. There we go. We got some guy sitting there, and we're gonna color him differently. It's not gonna look like that. All right, let's add in now a guy. Let's add in this guy doing like a resuscitation thing. Let's just add him there. We'll bring him down. Also, I may have messed with these sizes a little too much. They're like the same size, right? More neon. Maybe we'll do neon. More lasers. All right, so we got this guy here. Very good. And let's add one more person, and I think it's just another person sitting. And we're gonna put him up here on the diamond, way far away. In this diamond area. Let's see. I'll do it with the camera. Right there. Bring him up here. Bring him to the right. There you go. Let's see. He's like super tiny and facing the wrong way. So let's rotate him on the Z. Let's have him sit like right here. We'll duplicate him. There we go. This is so silly. We may not even use these guys. And then we will do Just a man standing. And we'll add him there. There we go. All right, no, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna add these guys. What we're gonna do is we'll bring it back. We'll bring it to this guy. We'll add the standing guy with the guy who's being resuscitated. We're gonna put him in this empty space here. Maybe he's up to something. Maybe this guy knows. You know what I'm saying? Who are these scientists? I gotta take a wow. I'll be right back. Sounds good. All right. All right, we're setting up a little scene here. We're doing it. Now let's add some. Let's first of all, I want to change these guys' textures. These guys' textures I do not like. And we're gonna change these neon Miami Vice colors. My cotton candy colors. We're gonna take them away. But we will change these guys' colors. I'm gonna do it with the color ramp. I know they come with their own colors. We'll do a color ramp. I'm gonna just copy the color ramp that I used. For everything else, and then see if I can edit it in a way where it looks decent. Like, look at that roughness. What if we took away the... It's a little too harsh, huh? What if we reversed it? Alright, and what if we did it with the Fresnel instead? So let's just do it for now. We're going to change these. A little B-spline. Alright, maybe not for now. And maybe not metallic. Alright, let's see this with all my guys here. Let's see if we can add in some detail onto this pyramid. Go ahead, Shift R in the face mode. Line mode? Can I not do that? Can I not cut this in half? Like if I hit subdivide, oh man, it subdivides it so weird. Alright, let's just edit these out. select them all, except the top face here. We'll do eye. Oh, this is so weird. I'm trying to like, can I not inset these? So weird. Can I inset these? Should be able to inset these, right? All right, there we go. Make these like fuel cells or something, right? Easy stuff. Let's go to line mode. Get the tops here. Boom. All right, cool. Let's add a different material onto these. We already have floor. Let's add in battery base. I'm calling this a battery for right now. And we're just gonna use normal things here, and then we're going to add in another material like energy, and this is just gonna be a energy shader, emission shader. And we're going to select the insets there and assign it. Boom. Okay, we're getting there. All right, for this top half, let's add some detail to that just by insetting it, bringing it down, insetting again, bringing it up, scaling it down, insetting it, pressing E, insetting it down, inset it, energy out. There we go. That's some detail right there, huh? That's some detail we're looking for. We like that detail here. All right, and then we'll insert it again, bring it right to the tip there, and we'll assign that to the energy there. Maybe that's a little too much. But we'll keep it, you know. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. We'll keep it for now. It's not like we can't change it, right? Cool. So we got like these energy cells going. I like it. For this one, for this orb, let's rotate the orb. I need to see how it's rotating though. There we go. Maybe rotate it like that, because we're about to do something interesting. Let's use a glass shader, huh? How often do we use a glass shader? Not often. It takes up a lot of rendering power. We're gonna save this. I'm gonna just save it on my desktop. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna give this a base, a battery base, but I'm gonna hit the little icon there, and I call this, you know, orb base. Okay, so we got the orb there, and I'm gonna make another material, change it into glass just for now. Let's see how this stuff reacts. Let's do alpha blend hash or whatever. We got glass going on. And let's select just the top half. So I'm in vertice mode, hit Control plus. We select all the ones we want there. Maybe one more. And then we assign it. Great. So that's all made out of glass, but we have like backface culling on or show backface. Really can't tell what's happening here. So let's go into the edge mode, and I'm gonna hit Control B. We're gonna bevel that line, and then we're gonna hit Alt E, and we're gonna take it out. We're also gonna add in our auto smooth here. All right, we got our orb going. And now we can rotate it and see what's actually happening here. There it is. This is what I was looking for. Some like, this looks like a lollipop. There we go. We give some nice contrast to our little dude at the bottom left. It's nice stuff right there, huh? All right. So now for that glass, can I change it to different colors? Would that make a difference? It does. So let's just change it colors. Throw some blue in there, some green. Make it 0. Alright, I wonder if having backface culling on this or show back faces have an effect on this. Alright, so I'm curious if I go in and I hit unwrap or spherical unwrap. I guess none of that makes a difference. There we go. We'll get this glass material. Hit home. I can't see my nodes. Control T. Bring it in. Connect it and generate it. Okay, so this is looking a little better, but my glass material is looking hella weird. Alright, there we go. Would mixing it with another shader help? Let's see, mix shader. Just for now, emissions. And we'll do the same thing for now. There we go. Maybe we should put the bloom on, start messing with bloom stuff, because if we make it shine, it's a little bright though. There we go. We did it in reverse. What would that look like? Oh, that would look ridiculous. That shine there. Would it make a difference if I didn't use glass and I used like transparent? Translucent. Oh, I did the wrong thing. I changed them both to translucent. Just change glass to translucent. Or how about transparent? Okay. I like how this looks. Can this be done with the principal shader? I'd like to add some more stuff to it. Principal BSDF. It's huge. Is it in here? Is it transmission? Roughness, specular, sheen, metallic. Okay. Oh, I guess I can control the alpha here, huh? Directly. I guess I was asking because then I could just, you know, I could just add in this texture, this bump texture. So control copy, we'll bring it in. Paste. Bring it into the normal here. Maybe it's too strong. What if I put the strength all the way up? All right, maybe if I add in a clear coat too. I want it really shiny. Really didn't do anything. So okay, we got the orb going. All right, and for these, we can bring these up so they're glowing. Kind of get that space out of here. We can make this any color, right? So why don't we like make it actual color? Maybe like blue. I remember I can make these shine and they don't just turn white. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if once you shine it bright enough, oh, they don't. Okay, never mind. I guess they need to be bluer. I remember there was like a light path. Right, and then maybe like a mix shader. And it was camera, singular ray, reflection ray. Man, I used to know what to get like the emissions, right? And make it so it was still the same color, but it brightened it up. Instead of it getting so bright it turns white. Reflective color. All right, we're not gonna try. But what we are gonna do is see if we can give this more of an interesting color. Change this into the conversion. Oh my god, that is so crazy. Let's see, input for now. Did I just put that in here? What if we had these in reverse? All right, let's do some colors here. Make the whites like a purple. there has to be a way, man, to get these colors to get the emissions to show up. I know it's like unrealistic, but there we go. I wonder if I make it dark. Oh, look, it just being dark here, like it's just shining through. I'll just put it to 1 for now. All right. I wonder if it would be interesting to change some of these GD colors. Let's see if we could do that. Let's bring it in, bring it in. Sometimes I just use the hue saturation, you know? Just use that hue saturation and hope for the best. Bum, 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 bum. All right, cool. So maybe our background, is our gradient still working for us? Is it still working? There, we'll bring that gradient back up. All right, and is our sun really affecting it? Let's check out our light, our sun. Let's rotate the light around. Get the shadows going. I think the shadows are going the right way. Okay, I kind of like how this battery base is looking. So what if I made this thing into a battery base? There we go. Changing it up here. What if I did something interesting like, let's go to it. Let's go to edit mode. Is it Control P? No, Control V, right? Control V, I could do, I forget what it's called. Like I want to put points in the center of all the faces. Connect vertex pairs, bevel, or is it Control F? Poke faces, that's what it is, guys. Poke faces. And then I'm going to go to vertice mode. I'm going to do Control G. No. Control L. No. Shift G. Shift G. It says select similar. I'm going to do amount of connecting edges. That gets me all the points that I just made. Maybe I can expand them. Maybe get them in. Control Shift P. I don't know. Maybe this shape is already interesting enough. We don't need to poke faces in it. Maybe stretching it. All right. This can actually look like a ship. Right? So let's add some let's add some like some lights on this thing, right? So I'm gonna go into edit mode. That is not the vertice I want. That's the one. So these are the vertices that I want to put lights on. So I'm gonna hit Shift S, cursor to selected. Jirash says he's back. Nice, nice. Oh, welcome back. Let's add in a sphere here. And let's do energy. All right, let's duplicate this guy. Select diversity, courtesy selected, and then selection to cursor. There we go. Maybe we parent this, so the same thing, right? Control P, object. Now, coming together nicely. Thank you, thank you. Just some random abstract stuff here. We got some little beady eye things going here. Let's go underneath here, select the bottom, Control Shift B. We'll cut the bottom, really make it look like a saucer. Maybe indent it, maybe bring it down. I guess I can. This is starting to look like a spaceship. Abstract, good. Good, good, good. All right. Got a little spaceship going on. What happens if I would smooth it out? Let's smooth it. Oops. Smooth. But then we add in the auto smooth here. It's kind of interesting what you can do here. Looks like a ship with eyeballs. We turned our gem into an eyeball thing. All right, so I don't like how this is looking, the spaceship thing. We're gonna leave it because I just don't know what to do with it, and let's just improve upon our pointy triangle here. Of the upper circle over here, should I bevel that? Is that what you're saying? Let's see. No, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We're gonna switch it though. We're gonna do something else. We'll leave it there for now. You know, for good looks. We'll do. Let's see what would happen if we added monkey here. Adding the monkey kind of takes away from our little guy standing here. Let's see if him standing here makes more sense. All right. We got Suzanne there. Energy. Nope. We'll do the battery, but we'll go in here, add in another material. We'll put energy, duplicate it, call it eyes, and we'll make the eyes into a glowing thing. Let's see. We'll do the face. We'll do the mouth. Looks kind of funny. All right. I love the idea of Suzanne in the bubble. Yeah. There we go. And concerned. Concerned about what the hell's happening over here. What is going on? This guy, maybe, I think I'm gonna do something different here with this guy. Should blast rays of light to Suzanne should blast rays of light to the guys in the middle like a flashlight. Interesting idea. Let's see. I just need to fix this guy real quick. Like a flashlight. I mean eyes. 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 No, yeah, I get it. We will... I want to fix this issue first. And then we're going to see about trying that out with the eyes. I think you could achieve this with 2 planes with a shader, right? Yes. I was going to use a cone. A cone, no back face. Not a cone, sorry. Basically a cone, though. A cylinder. A cylinder with no face. Top or bottom face. One size bigger than the other. No back face showing. Transparency and emissions, I think. Something like that. We will see. But I think I'm going to erase this thing here. I'm going to erase these balls and stuff. But I want to do something interesting here. Oh. All right, let's see. There's... Talking about it like a chef. 3D's just recipes. Alright. Since I had a long week, trying to wrap this up. This is just gonna be an abstract art, trying to get the art out of my system. I think I have an idea right now though. I think I do. It could be a funny style for a tutorial. But like a blender. Get your blender, and we're gonna blend all these sorts of ingredients together. All right, so we're gonna do this with a curve. I'm gonna repeat myself 1,000 times. That's what we're gonna do first. Second, we're gonna get these curves, and put the Bezier there. We're gonna rotate this puppy around. I'm gonna put the origin at the tip here. Get the origin to the 3D cursor. Okay, rotate it. There you go. Grab it. We're gonna bring it down to the hands. We're gonna scale it up. All right, let's see if we can do something interesting here to fill up this space. Texture geometry, not offset. Sorry. Extrude. Good stuff. And then we're going to go to edit mode and do Control T to rotate it. We're gonna get this guy here, rotate that. So we're gonna make it go down. There we go. This version is 2.93.2. I've not tried 3.0 yet. I'm usually not a cutting edge type of guy. I try to move in when I can. I mean, maybe I should, right? Maybe I should. All right, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna add in another Bezier curve. We're gonna rotate on the X so we can see it. We're gonna make this our bevel. Bevel. Add in our bevel there. We'll do the plane. Geometry. Taper object, not bevel. There it is. There's what I wanted. But can I reverse this? So let's go to taper. Nacho, whatever you feel like is comfy. For sure, for sure. I used to be cutting edge man though. Back in my day. But I don't know. I got so distracted with like I don't know, being up to date and stuff that everything else suffered. Like I wasn't making as much art and stuff. I watched Chris P video where he's testing a special 3.0 GeoNodes build called Fields. Really makes nodes more usable. Fields, huh? Fields. Is it like using... Does it stand for like the user interface? Like it uses more fields? Entering fields? Or is it fields like the, you know, technical spatial fields type of situation? Yeah, something like that. They were more like shader nodes. Oh, great. Yeah, man. Anything to make GeoNodes more usable. I think it's great the way that they are. It really reminds me how Houdini is, but like, you know, it's made for a real technical person. You know what I mean? I'm a technical person, and I can enjoy them, but sometimes you don't want all that. You know what I mean? You don't want all that. You want it to be a little simpler, a little easier. I think I saw that too, but fell asleep. I can't remember what it was. Bert says he does a comparison on how to build a donut using both current system and experimental system. That's pretty awesome. I gotta check Mr. Crispy. That's pretty funny actually. Crispy's video. Oh, the nine-tailed fox. Naruto. All right, let's do some objects here. Let's change this into a principal shader because I want to mess with the emissions, obviously. We'll bring the emissions up. I want it to glow. I guess the color doesn't matter or whatever. But I want to see what it looks like with alpha. Oh, it just doesn't. Oh, I forgot to put in blends. Okay, now let's put the alpha up. Let's put this higher. Kind of reminds me of that Zero Fox from Sasuke. Sasuke! Definitely. Definitely. Alright, let's see if this is working. You know, what the hell is happening here? He's just like giving resuscitation to something. I don't know what what is happening. I want him to stand out a bit more, so I might change his thing to be dark. And maybe less shiny. think I have it as like a hell of a lot of specular here. Oh, and the roughness. There you go. All right, let's see if we can make this point a little bit more interesting. Maybe we can... Oh my god, that's not what I wanted. Merge. All right, let's merge some of these points. There we go. Let's go back. Let's... Is this wrong? There we go. Smooth. There we go. We merged some of these points, got rid of them, because I want to... This is such a weird way to split this up. Oh, by the way, did you notice all the little code I posted in Spitfire's Discord? I have not. I have not been on that Discord I've been on and off for a while. But I did see that you did a expression for animating objects, properties with like the framing in mind, right? That's what it was. Like use like Fmod and stuff like that. Value driven by every other frame. There it is. Have it animated on 2s. This is the little code line frame divided by 400. If fmod frame 2 equals 0, else equals frame minus 1 divided by 400. So my question for that code, right, is what does the 400 come from? Why is it divided by 400? Is that because is it the frame rate? Because 400 seems like an arbitrary number, right? Or is it just me? Speed. Oh, so you're just adjusting speed. So if I change that number, will it not line up to be on the frame every second frame? Or is that just the speed of the thing that you're doing? Does that make sense? I don't think that made sense. Division is just for control the speed of change. Oh, so it's arbitrary. Okay. Got it. So, okay, the divided by 400. Yeah, that's the speed. F modular. Frame 2. Yeah, okay. It's pretty awesome. Did you use it on your project? Is that why you needed to figure that out? All right. There we go. Put this there. Let's add in a second material. Maybe not beam. Floor? Main? Maybe this should be energy? Feel like I'm busying up this whole thing here. Let's reverse this. Let's reverse all of this. Maybe we'll keep it simple. Maybe we'll just keep it that way for now. All right, Fmod is for skipping. Nice. Yes, yes. Yeah, actually I did use it in the project for like a fan light on the ceiling. Nice. And I'm glad it was useful too, man. All right, let's see what this looks like with no lights on. Pretty funny. Looks ominous, really. Almost just as cool. All right. All right, let's go back to our world setting. And let's put Rarone textures. All right, moving. Maybe I'm not gonna put a texture on this. We'll just keep it simple. All right. What time is it? All right. I think I'm just gonna spend. Hawaii, damn. What is that, bro? Credit card. It's an 80s inspired album. I'm just kidding. Thank you, man. Thank you, dude. Dudette. Dudith. I'm just kidding. Kawaii, thank you so much. I'm such a nice compliment. It's just an abstract artwork we're working through. I'm about I think I got about 30 minutes left in me before I the dab, yes. I got 30 minutes left in me, so maybe the last half I can maybe do some compositing on this. But I want to figure out what's underneath this guy's hands. Like, let's figure out, you know, should I just put somebody else lying there? Like, let's see what that looks like. I don't even have anybody that looks like they could be laying there. Everybody looks like they're doing something. Like if I were to put it, let's see. If I were to put the guy there, right? Let's see. Let's put this guy here. You can see he's turning his head. Let's see if this makes sense. All right, rotate on the X. He looks like he's in the ground. Okay. Maybe if we put him at an angle. There we go. There we go. Well, maybe we'll color him different too. Should we make him dark as well? What's this guy's name? Main. All right, let's see what that looks like. Should they all be main color? Let's see. Or should they only? It should only be the dark ones. Let's see what it looks like. Main, and main. Maybe this last guy could be a different color. There we go. All right. Looking pretty sweet. Okay. Maybe this gradient, I want it to be a little better. So let's go to world. I think the gradient should, there it is, fade out a little better and not be as harsh. I guess one last thing to connect it all together. Let's see if it's too much. We'll add in a Bezier curve. We'll bring it up. And then we'll bring it maybe behind him. Alright, and then we'll bring this thing behind here. And we'll bring it up as a tube. Make it tubular. Tubular, bro. Make it tubes. Make it tubes. Make it tubular. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Alright, I gotta calm down. So, offset, taper, bevel. Is that what it is? Yes. Depth. There it is. There's my tube. Alright, and then we give this the energy. I just don't want it to make it look like it's not. It just has no detail. We'll fix it though. We'll fix it. Tubes. You know, maybe we'll bring this down over here. There it is. We got his head going. All right, we'll bring this down closer to the ground. There we go. Super bright. So let's make it less bright. Make sure we're in our object here. Less bright. Cool. Let's give it two materials. Let's give it a tube or a battery base, sorry. Bring it up. And then I'm going to right click and it hits no object. Convert to mesh. All right, we got our mesh here. Go into the mode. Maybe we'll put it, try to art direct this. Put it right here. Maybe we do some breakups right here, and then we fill it up right here. So here we go. There, and then we put it on the tube there. And maybe we bring it a little tube in there, and we assign this. Maybe that's like way too much detail. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it down here where you can barely see it. How about that? There it is. So we know a tube's going in. We know it's shiny. There it is. And then this guy's feet, you know how like it really lines up. It's starting to create a tangent. We're gonna move him a little bit further up, just so there's a separation. There it is. All right, got that gradient going, looking good. Some man being resuscitated here with some tube with the energy going through. Guys checking it out. Everybody's paying attention. They're like, what is happening? What is happening to this man? Why is he Why is he dead? Why is this man sitting here on his cell phone? Or looking at a pencil, from what it looks like it. Yep, he's just looking at a pencil. Alright, so what is it? Alright, let's see if I can take this into compositing. We'll save it. And we'll move on with our time here. Let's go into the compositor. We'll hit use nodes. We will render the scene. There it is. Render results. You love this song? Yes. I know it's just from your streams. I'm glad the same ones play. It builds up a nice little playlist for my streams. Image editor. Pause it there. We'll do the nodes. View backdrop. Output. Viewer. Alright. There we go. Let's fix this giant thing here. There it is. And we'll bring it off to the side. This song is called Down to the Docks Again by James Flamestar on 11.5. Sounds like a radio. All right, let's see what we can do with this image, you know. Let's check it out. Check out the viewer node here. There we go. Actually, we'll take off the backdrop here since we're just looking at it from the top. It's messing with my eyes anyway. Okay. All right, so let's put in like let's just mess with everything. Let's go to color balance. And let's do color correction. Nope, not color correction. Too ugly. Let's do tone map. We'll try tone map after that. Okay, so we got filters and stuff, dilate, glare, blur. Okay, so let's put color balance in here and let's just start messing with some stuff. See if we can make see if we can just play around with this. Putting some extreme colors in here. Oh, cool. We have a nice comparison here on the left side. All right, let's see what we got here. Nice little pink render for you, you know. All right, I don't know about this, but we'll keep going. We'll see how we feel. All right, let's see converter. Yo, let's pixelate it. I'm using that wrong. We're not going to pixelate it. Wait, this is dumb. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix these. So let's do it. So let's. Oh my god, it's taking like forever to render. Okay, so let's do this. So let's go to converter. No, not for converter. Excuse me. Mix RGB. We'll do the first one. We will add in something interesting like a sunbeam, just to see what it looks like. I keep losing it. There it is. Sunbeam. Maybe we'll do glare afterwards. Bring it in here. Bring it in there. And then we'll bring it in. Let's see what this looks like, huh? Is it even loading? Doesn't even tell me. Should I flip these around? Is that the issue? It was the issue. Should we put add? Oh, this looks like super bright. All right, so I think it's 0.5. I'm gonna try and make it come from the bottom. Let's see. Or should it be coming from the top? I'm not sure. This looks ridiculous. But let's see if we can make it subtle. Alright, so the ray length, let's see what that looks like. Alright. Let's take the factor down. Maybe if you just put it after a mix node. Is it mix? Should I be mixing it? Clamp? I'll put it after the mix node. Oh, but I think yeah, I think I'm trying to mix these two. Maybe screen. Unclamp. Now some weird stuff's happening. This is, I feel like, what screen should look like. It looks kind of ridiculous. I like it, right? But I need it to be more subtle. I mean, because technically you don't need a mix node, right? Yeah, you don't. Am I doing it wrong? Maybe I'm doing it wrong, guys. Is it alpha over? Let's see. Yeah, this. You said you like how that looks. Why do two? I just think it's too strong. I need it lighter. Need it a little lighter. Oh, maybe I should just put the sunbeam to 0 and then just add a little bit. Maybe a color ramp. Oh no, how about a color hue? Hue saturation, let's see. Alright, so this looks normal. This looks super bright. In my understanding, Sunbeams basically recreates like your whole image. So you basically makes a pure version of with the version that the sun beams on it. Yeah, yeah, that's what I think that's what I was doing. But what if we do this? So in the render, we'll go to passes, we'll put in emissions, right? We'll do another render. And for the sunbeams, we'll only do it for the emissive materials. Okay. This is better. So we're only using the emissive materials. Let's see what they look like. Right here. So that's all that we're seeing. And then we're using the sunbeams into that. And then that's what makes our emissive materials. There we go. Okay, and then the distance, if I remember, if I use the backdrop, and then if I select the sunbeams, I can actually select the dot on where the sunbeam's at. So it's something they don't teach you in Blender school. So we'll just do it from right from the guy right there. You can see a little X here, right? That's where the sunbeams are coming from. We'll do it right from the body. Something like that. Okay, the only issue I have is like, why is this rendering with transparency? I don't like it. Let's render out another piece. And so weird. I can see the transparency behind it. Whoa. Maybe just color? There it is. We'll just put color. Yeah, that's that X thing for the sunbeams. Yeah, I learned that recently. That's what that looks like. Okay. Go. I mean, that kind of looks cool, but you know, we'll see. Maybe a little bit. Maybe just like 0.01. .05. Yeah, I think that's too much. 0.03. Maybe. I don't know. We'll keep it going. Though. Okay, so that will go into the... Let's see if we can bring this back home. So shift home. Okay, there we go. Oh no, let's put this in the 3D viewport. There we go. And let's bring this puppy back. And let's actually change this to... Is it hue correct? Can we do something interesting here? Oh, it's off right now. Let's start over. Hit M. And now let's shift it. Interesting. Okay, so I'm affecting the saturation right now. So we got hue, saturation, and vibrance. So I guess what I'm doing here is I want everything saturated enough. So we're gonna go to hue. Everything that's pink. Can we change it colors? Is that what's happening here? Okay, that's what we're doing here. We can create some interesting gradients here. Let's see if we move this one. Kind of gives it an interesting beam effect there. You know, I like the creamy colors we got going on. I like that he turns up to be a little bit more blue than he does here. So I like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, this turned it completely blue over there. Nothing else affects it because there's no other color. Oh, the blue up there. There we go. I obviously can change all this. All right, I'm gonna hit backspace on this to reset everything, and then we're gonna do it again. Now I know it's just this section here that I should be affecting. So oh, I screwed it up again. So hit backspace to reset everything. Change it to hue. That's what you need to do. There we go. Yes, backspace resets nodes. Just put your mouse over, hit backspace, and it will reset. Something else I learned kind of new as well. Kind of fresh. Let's see about vibrance. Like, can I stop blowing everything out? There we go. We're gonna make the sunbeams. We're just gonna go straight through. There we go. You know, interesting. Gives it a little bit more contrast, less bright. Let's try adding something else. Let's try. Let's try. See what tone maps does. Interesting. Kind of just makes it kind of crazy. Interesting. I wonder if this would work well if you did something like this, where you do convert, separate RGBA. We put this puppy here, and then we do a combine RGBA. And then we combine these back here. And then this shouldn't be affecting anything. Okay. And then we go to, what was it? Tone maps? Color. Tone maps. And we just affect, let's say, like the blue. Ah, look at that. We're tone mapping the certain channels. Could be good, could be bad. I don't know. It's fun to play around here. Gives it a kind of gives it like a weird old aesthetic with the yellow over it. I kind of like it. I'm not sure though. All right. So instead of the blue, what if we did it on the green? That's not good. Like, let me bring the tone map back. Hold on, tone maps. Bring that in. Yeah, it kind of gives it that like that retro washed out look. Kind of reminds me of like an Instagram filter or something. Shift H. I kind of like the look too. An old sci-fi paperback cover illustration. Yes, Fer, that's exactly what I was thinking. I think I'm gonna do it. Let me just test it one more time with the red channel, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, not the red channel. It's definitely great on the blue channel. All right. Let's do this within the next 10 minutes. I got a meeting. Okay, so... Alright, so we bring that in. We can bring the intensity in, or the intensity away. Bring it into the negative, huh? Definitely looks great in the blue. I kind of like it. Okay, so we got that going on for it. Let's erase these guys. All right, let's bring this guy here. Let's do this separate thing here. We're tone mapping just one of the channels. All right. I mean, it probably more interesting color-wise. Yes. All right, let's do some curves, some good old-fashioned RGB curves. And let's just bring it up. Give it a good old S curve here. Meh. Maybe too strong of an S curve there. My black levels, I can bring all the way to being dark. And then the white levels. Alright, so let's reset that. Backspace, backspace. Oh no. I can, with the curves, you can really add a real color filter over this. Interesting. Alright, we'll just take it back to dark. We'll take this back to white. What's film like? What's the difference? If I do film like, I feel like it's flat. It's flattening out the image a bit more. We'll do standard. There we go. What else can we do, huh? I'm gonna be calling it soon. Let's see what it looks like without the curves adjustment. Yeah, I think the curve adjustment helps. What else we got here? Oh, we got color balance. Forgot about this guy. Color correction. Let's see if I can go through color correction and not tear out my eyes. So the highlights. Oh, this is so interesting. You have a lot of control over this. All right, the midtones. Oh, it's just like a candy cover. It's intense. I like the shadows. It's fun to play with these shadows. Interesting. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else, guys. I think this is pretty good. What if we change this? Let's just try color balance first before I call it quits. One more time. I think I had a color balance in the beginning, don't I? Oh no, I don't. Okay. Let me go to the green curves here. All right, I think we're gonna call it just because we have to, due to time constraints I have here. We'll just call it here. All right, guys, this is what it ended up looking like. You know, pretty decent. It's already 8 on my end. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. We went through the beginning and end. I just did some nice little relaxing and made a little scene here, and hopefully you learned something. Even use the compositor. I never used the compositor, so that's gonna be it for me. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Jiraj, congratulations on your finishing of basically your movie and your animation, I mean. And Ferd, I hope you know, everything goes well, taking care of that big old Maine Coon cat, Floofy man, Floofy boy. So Floofy boy. Everybody else is in here. Let's see, I gotta scroll through the Kabadita Kawaii, thank you for being here. Evelyn, thank you. Who do we have? Dark Noggin, if you're here, thank you. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will catch you all soon. I'll go to my little outro here, and here we are. Thank you guys. Have a good one, all 4 of you. Thank you for sticking by. I stream every Saturday, 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. Another time in another time zone. You're gonna have to look it up. I do these every Saturday, and sometimes I have some direction, sometimes I don't. So really up to you guys. I hope you guys have a great day and great night.